state is okay with, hold on a second, with your release to the supervision of pretrial services.
Yeah, we'll leave time for the speech on the new case.
When is the 45-day period? So for your newest case, your preliminary hearing is set May 9th, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. Your steps hearing is going to be actually April 1st at 9 a.m. So that's your first court date on your newest case. Your other two cases, would he have the same preliminary hearing dates?
I think those are indicted cases, so it'd be an arraignment date, Your Honor.
All right, let's see. So for the warrant cases, your arraignment date is set for April 1st at 1:30 p.m. So you have two different court dates that you need to make sure you appear for. You're released to pretrial services. All three cases, you must comply with any monitoring treatment they recommend. Sir, you're not allowed to drink any alcohol, take any illegal drugs, and you certainly cannot be in possession of any illegal drugs. Do you understand?
Understood.
All right, you're excused. Thank you.
So, yeah.
What is your full name, please?
Andy Jose Loya.
You are charged with charges of attempted kidnapping, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and discharging a firearm within the city limits. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. You do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding their bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Gantz.
Judge, I'm asking for a $250,000 bond based entirely on the allegations listed in the criminal complaint here. I can think of very few interims I've ever read that are as concerning to the state as this one. The victim walked into a public place, a medical center, a hospital here in town where she should be safe, and this guy pulled up next to her, tried to get her to enter his truck, and fired shots. And, the search warrant was served on his house. The gun and ammunition was located, and he admitted to this. In order to protect the community, I'm asking for a $250,000 bond.
Defense counsel?
Your Honor, we want to see you release Mr. Loya to pretrial service supervision at 42 years old. As the state noted, he has absolutely no criminal history, no felony arrest history. He does not have an NVCA flag. He's a 2 on the NCA scale, a 2 on the FTA scale. It doesn't appear he has any prior failures to appear. And pretrial services was able to speak with his girlfriend, who did confirm his full-time employment and residence. Given that, we would ask that you release him to pretrial services supervision.
Mr. Lawyer, your bond set at $100,000. You are not allowed to have any contact with the alleged victim. Do not go to where that person lives or works. Possess no firearms or weapons. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set April 4th, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. You are excused. Thank you.
Martinez.
What is your full name, please?
Anthony Mateo Martinez.
You're charged with 1 count of organized retail theft, unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. I need to let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. The prosecutor's office is okay with your release to the supervision of pretrial services. I will follow that recommendation. You must comply with any monitored treatment as directed by pretrial services. While on release status, do not go back to the store location. You're not allowed to drink any alcohol. You're not allowed to take any illegal drugs, and do not be in possession of any illegal drugs. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set April 14th, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. You also had a misdemeanor case out of warrant for your arrest out of justice court. I'm going to quash the warrant, release you. The charge is shoplifting from June 17th, 2024. Don't go back to that store location. I will release you. Your next court date in Justice Court is April 4th at 8:30 a.m. You must appear. If you do not appear, a warrant will issue for your arrest. And then you had a case for criminal trespass in a third degree and drug paraphernalia out of city court. The alleged incident date was from April 24th, 2024. I am going to quash the warrant, release you. Don't go back to that. Looks like 2664 North Alvernon Way. Your next court date in city court is going to be on April 22nd, 2025 at 2:00 p.m. Make sure you appear in city court. If you do not, a warrant will issue for your arrest. You are excused. Thank you.
I'll bring you first thing in the morning for your attorney on 13th.
What is your full name, sir?
Jacob Leland Odom.
You're charged with unlawful flight from a pursuing law enforcement vehicle and unlawful possession of weapon by a prohibited possessor. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. Constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you, representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office, and then I will hear from your attorney, Mr. Gant.
Judge, I'm asking for a $75,000 bond. I realize that's a little higher than maybe normal on a case like this. But I would note law enforcement asked that he be held without bond. I don't believe that to be legally possible, but that tells me that they view him as a threat, someone that they feel should be held to protect the community. I would note that he's got prior convictions. He was on parole for a violent offense, including convictions of aggravated robbery, armed robbery, and aggravated assault. He made just about 3 months on parole. So given all that, we're asking for a $75,000 bond.
You also have a Department of Corrections hold on you, Mr. Odom, defense counsel?
Well aware that's going to get lifted. It's petty. UA violation.
Your Honor, given the DOC hold, we'd ask for a nominal bond for time credit.
Mr. Odom, your bond set at $20,000. Possess no firearms or weapons. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set to April 4th at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you. Thank you. You too. What is your full name, please?
Andrew Francisco Olivas.
You're charged with aggravated domestic violence. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. You do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to first hear from the prosecutor regarding his bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney, Mr. Gantz.
Thank you, Judge. I'm asking for a $50,000 bond on Mr. Olivas. This is due to the continual risk he poses to the victim here. He has numerous prior felony convictions and a very lengthy domestic violence history. I'd ask the court to take a look at his pretrial services history, convictions going back to 2010 for felonies, but really beginning in 2018, aggravated domestic violence, 2019, aggravated domestic violence, 2021, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and prohibited possessor. That included a lengthy prison sentence and a probation tail. And then, again, another felony in 2021. That's not to even include his misdemeanor history, which is DV. So given all that, we're asking for an immediate no contact order with the victim and a $50,000 bond.
He also has a probation hold on him, defense counsel.
Mr. Honor, given the probation hold, we would just ask for a nominal bond for time credit.
Mr. Olivas, your bond set at $30,000. No contact with the victim. Do not call her. Do not see her. Do not social media her. If you were to get out of custody, you cannot go to where she lives or works. Possess no firearms or weapons. Commit no further acts of domestic violence. Legal Defender's Office is April 30.
Thank you. I just want to go back on the
What is your full name, please?
Virginia Ann Rastrelli.
You have been arrested and accused of the crime of unlawful possession of a narcotic drug, unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You may be eligible to participate in a diversion program called STEPS that requires you to participate in a plan specific to your needs for a short time. If you choose to participate and complete the program, these felony drug accusations in your arrest report will be permanently dismissed without you ever being formally charged. Are you interested in getting released from jail custody now and learning more about the STEPS program at your next hearing date?
Absolutely. Absolutely, yes.
I'll release you to the supervision of pretrial services. You must comply with any monitored treatment they are as directed by pretrial services. While you're on release, you are not allowed to drink any alcohol, do not take any illegal drugs, and do not be in possession of any illegal drugs. Public defender's office is appointed. Your next hearing date's called a STEPS hearing. It's on April 1st, 2025 at 9 a.m. You must be present. If you're not present, a warrant could issue for your arrest and you may no longer be eligible for the diversion program. Your preliminary hearing is set on, what was that date? May
Your Honor, will waive times.
May 9th at 1:30 p.m. Defense counsel waives time limits for preliminary hearing. All right, Ms. Rashtelli, make sure you stay in touch with your attorney.
Hey, go ahead. Go to the Sparks.
What is your full name, please?
My full name is Landon Sparks.
Thank you. You are charged with unlawful use of means of transportation and unlawful flight from a pursuing law enforcement vehicle. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty, let you know that you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. You do have an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding his bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Gantz.
Judge, I'm asking for a $10,000 bond plus pretrial services if that bond's posted. I recognize that he doesn't have any history that I'm aware of. I'm just concerned the nature of this seemed like a lengthy pursuit. According to the interim complaint, they had to use stop sticks to get him to bust his tires, and he wrecked into the guardrail on the freeway overpass. So that puts a lot of people at risk. We're asking for a $10,000 bond.
Defense counsel.
I would ask that you release Landon to pretrial services supervision. Pretrial scored him at a 1. He does not have the NPCA flag. He's a 2 on the NCA scale, a 1 on the FTA scale. As the state noted, he has no criminal history of any kind, misdemeanor or felony, no referrals as a juvenile, no prior failures to appear. Pretrial services was able to speak with his mother, who did confirm housing for him. He is only 20 years old. Given his age and his absolute lack of criminal history, would ask that you release him to pretrial services.
Mr. Gant, do you know who owned the vehicle?
I don't, Judge. I don't recall that being in the interim complaint.
You know who the victim is?
I also don't know, Judge. I don't recall that being in the interim complaint either. It's registered to his father.
Okay.
Samuel Sparks.
All right. Mr. Sparks, I am barely going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services since you have no criminal history. You've lived in Tucson for 6 years with your family. You are not allowed to drive without a valid license. You must comply with any monitored treatment as directed by pretrial services. You are not allowed to drink any alcohol. You're not allowed to take any illegal drugs. If you violate the conditions of your release, you can be taken back into custody immediately, and then you'll be sitting in jail while your case is pending. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set April 14, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. Please do not pick up any new charges and stay in touch with your attorney. Do you understand?
Yep.
You're excused. Thank you.
This pretrial services, call them tomorrow, call your attorney on Thursday, and that's your next booking, right?
Is that all for the calendar, Judge?
No, we've got Daniel Williams.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. I see that. Thank you.
No problem. Defense counsel, what is your last name?
Johnson.
Okay, thanks.
Your Honor, this is the jail. William Samuel is currently unavailable. Is it okay if we can continue him?
He's what now?
Unavailable.
Oh, okay. Defense counsel, you okay with continuing to tomorrow morning?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll continue William to tomorrow morning. Thank you all. Everyone's excused.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good evening.